Hi everyone, how are you doing? Allow me to show you the second type of octagon cardigan. The first one is this one. It's the video right before this one video, okay? Octagon cardigan type 1 is the naming of it. This one is going to be almost the same but with the granny stitches, okay? So I don't have the ready sample, but we're going to make it right now. This is the pattern of it. You can screenshot if you want. And I also made separately this side part of this octagon. I'm sorry, this is not the best quality drawing, but anyway, I will explain to you. So this is going to be almost the same as we do the granny rectangles, okay? But at these sides, the stripe itself is going to be the same as granny rectangle, but this side are going to be different. So at these endings are going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 granny clusters with 2 chains between them. What is a granny cluster? What I mean by granny cluster? Granny cluster consists of 3 double crochets placed into one same space. Okay, you will probably know it, but it's okay if I clear it up a bit. This is going to be our first round, like so. At the second round and all the other rounds, we're going to place at these corners the regular corner that we place in all granny geometrical shapes, okay? You see this? I said that we're going to have 5 granny clusters with 2 chains between them. So there are 4 2-chain spaces between these granny clusters, right? So into each of them we're going to place 3 double crochets, 2 chains, 3 double crochets, or if you want to say it a little different, 1 granny cluster, 2 chains, and 1 granny cluster. These corners are going to be the same in all the rounds, okay? We will just be having more single clusters like this between the corners every other round because it's going to increase, of course, okay? If this part is not clear to you, you can screenshot it from here and see it more clearly, okay? So let's start. It's going to be going quick, I guess. So let's start with this chain amount. The chain amount, when you make the chain amount, I explained it before in this previous round, what chain amount you need to do to start this octagon. You see these shapes? These are the shoulders and arms. This is the body part, and these are the armpit points. Let's say like this, okay? The length, the width between these armpit points are going to be the width of your project, of your cardigan. So whatever the length of this, the chain amount here should be the same for the length, okay? It can be any yarn you want, but you just make it the same length. But here you have to count because these granny clusters are placed in one chain and have 2 chains between all of it, between each of them, okay? So you just need to, if you want to make this longer, you will just add this part, okay? You see let's say like this, where my, excuse me, I'll lift it there. Let's do it like this. You see this part here? You will just add this part to make it any longer you want. What is this part? One chain that will be holding granny clusters up and down to the both sides, and two chains for the space between those clusters, between the next clusters. Okay, and these are the your endings of the stripe. So I hope I explained it well. My English is horrible, so excuse me if you don't understand anything. You can ask in the comments. I will happily try to, at least I will try to explain it to you more clear. Okay, excuse me. So let's start. Here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 chains, and plus 3 chains to start the round, and those 3 chains we will be counting as 1 double crochet. So let's start. Make it closer. Okay. Slip knot. Remember, we never count the slip knot or the loop that is on the hook. It's a working loop, it's a working yarn. We do not count it. So let's start chaining 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 3 more chains. 1, 2, 3. These 3 chains we will be counting as 1 double crochet. So in order to make a granny cluster, we need to just add 2 more double crochets besides this one, this chain double crochet. Let's say like this. 1, 2, 3, fourth into the 4th chain we place our double crochet. One more. So this is the very first granny cluster that we have here. We are creating this part, okay? This very blue part. It's the brown part right here, okay? I'll just take this picture so that it's clear. So we already have the first cluster. We need 4 more clusters and 2 chains between them. Let's go. 2 chains, second cluster into the very same chain right here. 1, 2, 3, chain 2. Now third cluster we're placing into the very same space spot. Excuse me. It's not the space, it's the chain, 4th chain. Okay, chain 2, 4th cluster. My yarn is horrible, so it looks horrible. It's also unfortunately not so comfortable to see what I'm doing right now through the camera, so excuse me. One, 2, 3, 4. Okay, chain 2 and the last cluster into this space. Okay, Don't worry about this huge hole. It will shrink and take its place and size, okay? As we go on crocheting new rounds. So now we need to skip 2 chains. See, we have finished this part. Now we need to skip 2 chains, and into the 3rd chain place 1 granny cluster. It's actually right here, okay? We started right here, we're going this direction, and we will go back at the other side. So let's find those 3 chains. Excuse me. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. We're placing a granny cluster right here. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Another granny cluster here. And here we can not count, but let's do it. 1, 2, and the 3rd one is our last chain. And here, ladies and gentlemen, we need to place again these side thing, 5 granny clusters with 2 chains between them. Okay, so first granny cluster, two chains. Excuse me. Second granny cluster. Oops. Chain 2, third granny cluster, okay, third, chain 2, fourth granny cluster, chain 2, and the last fifth granny cluster here. One, two, three, four, 5. Okay, so now we need to go on at this side, placing our single granny clusters like this. So we don't need to count at this part because we already have the clusters here. So we're going to just place new clusters at the same spot, at the same chain right here. Very comfortable. last granny cluster of this round. Okay, now we need to close the round with a slip stitch. We started this round with 3 chains. Okay, 1 2 3, and into the top chain we go and close the round with the slip stitch. This is what we have for now. Let's go for the second round. Now for the second part we need to, you see where we are here, we need to move to this corner space in order to continue. So how I do it, we will be moving towards this corner using slip stitch. Just go onto the tops of these double crochets and move, and the last one into the corner, slip stitch, and that's it, you are there. Okay, now chain 3 to start the new round. These 3 chains we will again count as 1 double crochet. Now we're on the second round here. Let me open this part. We start with our this edge thing. Okay, we will be working into the corner spaces right here. We have 4 corner spaces right here, 1 2 3 4, and each into each of these corner spaces we're going to place 1 granny cluster, 2 chains, and 1 granny cluster, and just go on like this. Let's go. We're at the first corner space and we have 3 chains that represents 1 double crochet, so we need 2 more double crochets here. 2 chains and 3 more double crochets into this same space right here. Okay, see how it looks? This is our first corner. Now let's go into the other corner, excuse me. Okay, now let's go into the next corner and place the same things there. Chain 2, three more double crochets into the same corner space. You see how it looks? Another corner space and the same things. One, 2 chains. Neighbors are so noisy today. I don't know if you can hear it through the video, but I absolutely hear it. Okay, the last corner. Okay, this is our side thing that I'm telling all the time. 4 corners. Now the lines between corners are getting longer and longer, so in the next round we are going to have one single granny cluster placed here between the corners. Okay, and the amount of these single granny clusters between corners are going to increase by the increasing round number, of course. So at this part of this stripe we were going to just place single granny clusters, 3 double crochets right here. The next cluster here, excuse me. Okay, the next granny cluster here, okay. Now we're at this side edge thing, and now we're going to place corners into each corner space. So we already know what we do at the corners, so I'm just gonna, so 1 granny cluster, meaning 3 double crochets into the corner space, 2 chains, and 3 more double crochets into this same corner space. That's it. We have 1 corner. Move to the next corner and place the same thing. The next corner and the next 2 granny clusters with 2 chains for the corner space. 1, 2, so the last corner. Okay, this is what we have so far. Let's place our single granny clusters. Okay, now we are finishing this second round. We started with 3 chains. Now 1, 2, 3. Into the third one we go and close the round with a slip stitch. So you can just go on crocheting rounds. You see what we do here. At this part we are placing between corners, we are placing just single clusters into the corners, right here, here and here. We are placing 3 double crochets, 2 chains and 3 double crochets, or if we say it differently, 1 granny cluster, 2 chains and 1 granny cluster. Oh my god, neighbors are going crazy. Okay, this is 1 corner in all the rounds. This will be the same. So I want to go and crochet a little bit and let's see. Oh no, it turned out to be tiny. Okay, I'll make the bigger one and I will show you how to close it. Okay guys, I made a bigger sample. Of course, excuse me for my voice. I started filming in the daytime, now it's the nighttime, everybody's sleeping and I'm trying not to make too much noise. Okay, how to calculate how many chains you need to make to start crocheting this octagon. I made a little like formula here, if you can see it closer. Okay, so these chains, 1 chain for this side things, I wrote it down just like that, side things. I think, okay, 1 chain, this would be default you need. Okay, so you need these 3 chains that you count as 1 double crochet. I also wrote it down here. This is also default you need to make, and these first 2 chains for space, it's not repeating. Okay, so we add this to default amount of chains. So it means 3 plus 1 plus 2 and plus 1, these amount of, it's 7. Okay, 7 chains you make default always, not depending on how many chains you will need for the length of it. And for the length, you see, I explained it before at the first part of the video that to prolong this part of this octagon, you need to add this part, 3 chains, and into one chain you place granny clusters. So I also wrote down here 3, and you just multiply it by 3, adding by 3. Okay, the shortest version is 3 chains. The next longer is plus 3, it's 6 chains, plus 3 9 chains, plus 3 12, 15 18 21 24 27 30 33, blah blah blah. Always add 3 and make this amount. So for this pattern I chose 15. So I chose 15 for these parts, 15, and plus 7 chains of this default amount. I hope so much I made it clear with my horrible English. I hope it helps you for counting. Okay, so now now that I have this piece, I'll show you. You see how it looks, or you can make it like this. So I want to show you how to join these shoulder arms parts, how to go on crocheting longs. If the length of it not enough for you, you can always go on crocheting in the rounds and add how many rounds you want. And also right here, this is actually not the hardest part. If you're already good at crocheting, this will not be a problem for you, but anyway, I will shortly show this part, joining the shoulder arm part. I will use the slip stitch joining method. Okay, this one I already showed in the video before, but I will show you here anyway again. So let's observe. I can start with a slip knot also, but also without it. Let's try. Let's make an experiment. Make it long, a little bit longer, like this. So at corners we have 2 chains. So 1 chain you leave for this side, and 1 chain you will take for this side. And look at this. The edges have these V-shaped, okay, looks like V stitches. We will be taking only 1/2 of these V stitches, and we will be taking the halves that touch right here. If you put it parallelly to each other like this, okay, of course, we are going to take this half and this side half from both sides. Now we need to go right here into this space chain, and right here take this slip knot and pull once, pull twice and you go on repeating it. Take the next half of this V stitch and the half of the next V stitch from here. Yarn over, pull once, pull through twice, and pull through third time, and go on joining like this. Okay. See how it looks? I made it with a different color so that you can clearly see the look of it. Okay, now you just can go on joining, but don't do it till the end of this part, okay? You will need to leave some space for the neck right here. For example, you can join like so, and these parts are going to be like somewhat like collars, okay? So let me finish this part and we will continue. Okay, I think this will be enough. And to finish this, you see where I'm at? Chain, got the yarn, pull this. You will need to hide this, weave in this end somewhere here, of course. Okay, we have our arm ready. Now let me show you how to add granny stitches here to continue. Okay, when adding rounds to arms, I suggest you to start at this part, okay, so that if the line is visible, it will be at this downside and not on somewhere visible part, okay? So we can start from here. You just go into the spaces between granny clusters. I just add yarn like this, okay? Hold this tail so that it doesn't slip off. Chain 3. These 3 chains we will be counting as 1 double crochet and go on crocheting like this. Okay, as usual. But if you don't like this method, I would advise you to. So you see we have these V stitches all around here at the edges. I could advise you to, no, this is a little bit risky. Okay, let's not do this here. I will explain in some other video why. It's gonna take too long. Okay. Three chains. double crochet, one more double crochet, this is our first granny cluster here. Now go on crocheting the next space between the granny clusters from previous round. It's not the previous round, but the part where we close this shoulder arm thing. You just go on in a round, placing granny clusters like so. You see how it looks? Now here we can do, you see we have this corner space here, this corner space here. Let's place granny stitches just into both of these. Like so. Now we need to close this round. We started with 3 chains, right? Go 1, 2, 3. Go into the 3rd chain right here and close the round with the slip stitch like this. And if you want to add the next round, okay, we need to move to this space, and we will be doing this with a slip stitch. Just go somewhere here and slip stitch, and into this space slip stitch. That's it. We are where we need to. Now chain 3, and we will count this chain 3 as 1 double crochet, and now go on adding your double crochets and keep on crocheting as usual. Okay, I will stop here. No need to continue. You see, this is how you add rounds on arms. Let me show you how to add rows, lines to the bottom. Okay, if you wanted to make it longer, now at this part we are going to use the granny stripe logic, let's say like this. I think I already have granny stripe video on my channel recently, if I'm not mistaken. You can go check, but I will show you here anyway. You see this corner space? Okay, we need to go right here, chain 3, and so add 1 double crochet right here, this is the beginning of the line. Now go on crocheting your granny clusters. Let me show you the pattern of the, this is the pattern of that granny stripe. You see, you don't need here, you don't need this line, first line. Look to the row 2 and 3, it goes repeatedly. Just now I started like round 2, 3 chains and 1 double crochet into one spot, double crochets the granny clusters into each space. Let's look from here. Okay, granny clusters into spaces between the granny clusters from previous round, just like here. This new purple lavender, okay, granny cluster I placed between the space of 2 granny clusters from previous round. We don't have the like literal previous round here, we just have already a pattern of octagon, but the logic is the same. Okay, you will just repeat round 2 and 3, 2 and 3, like so. You can start like this or a little bit different. At this corner we have 2 chains, right? We leave this 1 chain for this side. Now we take this chain and I will go with my hook into the center of this stitch V. Okay, you see this V stitch, I will go into the center of it, add the new yarn like so. Now we are going to be making the imitation of double crochet. Now let me make it closer. Now you see, now go into this space like so, grab the yarn, pull it to the front, we have 2 loops on our hook, yarn over and pull through 2 of it, just like you make single crochet. Now go into this left side of the single crochet and grab more yarn. Again, you have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through 2 of these. This is the imitation of double crochet to make the edges straight, and also it still has the V-shape stitches at the edges. Okay, now this is this counts as one double crochet, so let's make one more double crochet. That's it, and you go on crocheting like this, placing your granny clusters. That's it. You go on placing your granny clusters like so. Now, I don't want to make this video too long and boring. I will just explain. We need to add lines. We started here, we finish right here, then we turn our project and come back crocheting the lines like this. Okay, left, right, and we add lines just like we do here. So see this, the round 2 and 3, 2 and 3. You will be doing it by this logic. At the line 2, just like I did here, you start with 3 double crochets, or the imitation of double crochet that I showed here, and place one more actual double crochet all into one space. Then go on placing your granny clusters like usual, and finish your row with 2 double crochets also into one space. Then the next line, this pink line, you start with just 3 chains that will be counted as 1 double crochet, or you can again make this imitation of a double crochet for straight edges, and go on placing your granny clusters as usual, and finish your line with 1 double crochet into one space. Okay, if it's not clear to you, I already have the video of this. I just recently made it. You can go watch it. So I hope you liked it. Please like and subscribe. If it's not clear anything to you, you can write down in the comments. I will happily help you.